while we're on the topic of business, actually, this dives us right into our first interview of the day. I had a chance yesterday to speak with Ken Cybolska, who is one of the co-founders of EyesOnRetail.com, which is a small business bargain type of website that helps you look for the bargains for like the very high quality brand name merchandise. So, Christian, if you wanted that Craftsman, power drill, or that Armani new eclectic shirt or tie or whatever, you could do that.
Do you ask her that question? Because I need.
I do not ask that question. We do not talk about eclectic shirts. We talk about a lot of other business opportunities. But it was a very interesting conversation, something that I think we all can have a very learned experience from.
Joined now here on 88.7 FM WRHU by Ken Cybolska, the co-founder of EyesOnRetail.com, which if you haven't heard of it, it's a radical vision benefiting shoppers and local businesses with extreme bargains. Ken, how you doing?
Terrific. Thank you.
So I want to ask you, first of all, how in the world did you decide to come up with this idea?
I think it's just it was something that I kind of observed a couple of years ago, and I realized that I like to browse through like the discount and clearance racks in the different stores I went to, and suddenly it dawned on me I wasn't really doing anything like this, and suddenly I put one foot in front of the other, and there I was,
And you, as you know, you live in Staten Island, so this started off, I guess, in that local community. How was the reaction to this website, this idea?
Well, I have a PR publicist. We've got a marketing CEO, and we are attempting to get the word out. That's part of the reason for this. My reaching out to you for this interview is to reach out to the audience of listeners, the business community, the community of shoppers. We are just beginning a Facebook and Twitter campaign to kind of get more notoriety.
Mm-hmm. And again, the website started in 2008. What kind of obstacles did you have in starting the website and starting the community, if any?
Obstacles. It's an uphill battle, really. Really more than anything. To kind of get anything done, you have to make 100 phone calls. It's an uphill battle. It's a Sisyphean, rolling the boulder uphill. But it's a labor of love. So I'm enjoying every moment.
I can imagine that. So talk to me about exactly when you go on EyesOnRetail.com, talk to me about what exactly you see, what you find, what are the main tenets of the website? Okay, well, the website,
you're going to find all the discount merchandise that's around Staten Island in every retail store. Somebody who, for example, you may go into Lowe's or Home Depot, and sometimes they'll have on a table over to the side, they've got power tools that were floor models, and they're going for 80% off. $43 for a $300 or $400 power tool. That's the kind of stuff that's on the site. Kind of drop dead knockout bargains that some people really can't resist. I think there's really a lively community that really. I mean, I know that this is something that I always do every store that I go to. I just want to see what they have in the clearance racks. I could for a shirt that I could pick up for $4 or $5. It's a $30 or $40 shirt. That kind of thing.
Ken, when you talk about these bargains, we're talking about the actual the best quality. This isn't a store brand, generic brand item. We're talking about Oxford shirts and all these other high quality brand names, right?
I really try to go to the better stores, and I try. It's. I mean, sometimes you can actually find things even in a 99-cent store. For example, we have a bamboo little planters that are going for under $5. If you were to go to a standard nursery, they'd be a lot more than that. So But we run quality merchandise, not junk.
We're being joined again by Ken Cybolska, who is one of the co-founders of EyesOnRetail.com, bringing smart businesses and smart shoppers together. And when you talk about the community of Staten Island, we have to talk about the economy and how much it's been rocked over the past few years. What are some of the things you've noticed about people who have used your website, how they're doing economically?
Well, definitely, these are definitely uncertain times, and I think that something like a website like this could only help them. And also, I've been through a few of these so-called business cycles before. I know we're going to come out of it. I have faith that things will improve. But I think that these are definitely good times to be planting a seed like this to see it grow to fruition.
When you go to all these shops, and you look for these bargains and you create these bargains, do you have any backlash from the store owners themselves, or?
Well, usually, if it's the merchant themselves, if it's that's usually a small store, and usually I approach them and I'll speak to them about what I'm doing. I've got mixed reactions from people, but usually when you go to larger stores, the big box retailers, if they see it taking photos, it kind of scares them. They don't know what to make of it. They wonder if the lawsuit is on. I've had all kinds of reactions, but for the most part, the small and medium-sized businesses are usually receptive to what we're doing, because once we explain to them that this can only help them, that they can offload their distressed merchandise that they don't want in their store anymore, and it's going to put it in front of thousands of viewers that would normally never see them. They put the mess. They get the math in their head, and they realize that it's a good thing for them.
Now, I want to read this because this is out off the press release that you gave out, that you've mapped this whole thing out, pretty sophisticated software. You've analyzed yellow page ad sizes. What went into that?
We use pretty sophisticated tools in order to try to kind of optimize our efforts. Like, let's find out where the like, for example, to target a number of different stores that already advertise. We want to know who already advertises and how much they're spending, because those are usually the stores that are most receptive to my presenting what we're doing, to getting them signed up and on board. So it's just it's all about optimization of our efforts.
Now, one of the main tenets with this website is that 10% of these profits are donated to a local charity. Why do that? How did that get started? Why did that come into your mind?
I think that it's just an organization which is dear to my heart. I just recognize that. I mean, at this point, I would almost turn all the profits over to this small. This is a National Alliance of Mental Illnesses, and I think that the statistics are something like 1 out of 5 people, 1 out of 5 families have something like this in their family. So this is definitely something which is timely and getting a lot of press these days.
And Ken, talk about, because we were talking with you, but talk about your co-founder, who I'm sure had the same amount of interest and drive in doing this.
Mm-hmm. I think we had a good relationship, and it was definitely. I think he recognized right away that all the what I had presented to him, and I think he saw right away that this was a good idea. And unfortunately, he kind of he took leave, and that was that partnership kind of fizzled out. But it was like he was a shareholder, and I think he recognized that. I mean, I could get him on the phone. He recognized the value of what I was doing immediately, and he wanted to join forces with me. It was a good partnership while it lasted.
We're joined by Ken Cybulska, the co-founder of EyesOnRetail.com. And Ken, this is a Staten Island main business, but have you ever had the dream, the vision that this could be branched out to different boroughs in New York? Could there be a Brooklyn section of the site or a Long Island section of the site?
Absolutely. We are. I mean, at this point, I'm not even concerned on the advertising and making money from placing ads and things like this. My main goal is ultimately to become a national enterprise and beyond. I think we could balloon into that vision could be realized.
Well,
we've got enough good reasons for shoppers to keep coming back to our site. So I think that alone, just getting those eyeballs coming back on a regular basis is going to make us successful.
Absolutely. Well, again, Ken Cybulska, the website is EyesOnRetail.com. That's Eyes, EYES, on retail.com. And Ken, thank you so much for joining us today, spending time and talking about this great website. And we hope to speak to you again in the future when maybe there is a national form of the site, and we can just talk to you and say, hey, you started it. So
thank you so much.